Hello and welcome back to Queen's Wish 2, and we are here in our, third fort now, in Fort Grove 2, and near to Ssilyn, and this is where we will go this episode, and then we will... not yours. We will probably talk a lot again. And hopefully that's almost the last time, though we probably need to progress there as well in order to claim that fort. That should be done relatively soon, I guess, but I will first try to get another level up, because that's probably a bit too hard to do at this stage. So first, let's move over to the city and do some additional talking. Okay, so we need to go south because there is no... Okay, let me go through the city, the fort again. Actually, we need to build the barracks. We have 2 barracks, and this is increasing our damage, and it's also decreasing the theft in the region, so it definitely... and it does not use any of these, so it makes sense to build these right away. So let's do that. Build. And for the rest, I don't want to build them yet, because this has upkeep, this material, and that's too precious for now. We could build like the, I don't know, weaving room or something, but that doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. So actually guard tower would be something. This reduces theft of your resources in this region. Buying more guard towers reduces the damage you take in combat. I don't remember. I mean, there isn't even a 1111 on these. Maybe I didn't buy it on the other ones. But this we can definitely build as well. And I think that one we do have to play. The barracks we do have to place. Okay. Not sure if we can set it in here. Yeah, I think we can. Alright. And with that, we are leaving the city again to the south. Does it show the barracks guard tower? Okay, so... by the way, there's the guard tower. There had been a patch at release, so this is now 00B, but there was no note about what this patch changed, and I didn't see anything. Alright. A band of Kordanor's warriors is patrolling this road. When they realize who you are, they step off the road and politely let you pass. No conversation is offered. Is that a tree? There was some weird stuff going on. Ssilyn north. Alright, let's go north. We can't enter these houses. Near Ssilyn, you reach the outskirts of Ssilyn, the largest city in the Kordanor's woods. Like all of the cities of the row, it is surrounded by the crumbling remains of stone walls. Inside you can see wide boulevards and beautiful wood buildings. This is where you can meet both the Raza of the Kordanor's woods and Haven's governor here. Here. Okay. Hopefully your diplomatic work can be settled quickly and easily. Now entering Ssilyn. Alright. There we have the Spinning Pinecone, you enter the Rukai town of Ssilyn. It is the largest city in the Kronos Woods, the closest thing they have to a capital. Their Raza and Haven's governor are both here, doing their best to bring order to this dark, dangerous forest. You didn't expect much wealth or opulence, and you aren't disappointed. It's a collection of wood buildings connected by gravel pathways. They look like they become a muddy mess when it rains. Ssilyn once had stone walls, but they were shattered a century ago and never rebuilt. There are lots of long patches of trees. They grow well, like all flora in this land. Too well. This is an old town, but it feels like the forest could engulf it in a week. The people here are poor and wild. They are all armed and dressed in leather. They come here to do their trading and then they disappear back into the forest. They openly stare at you, a strange curiosity that will be gone soon. Alright. Trader Medina. Let's talk to Trader Medina. Most of the people in this bar are from the clans of the Deep Woods, enjoying a rare chance to drink and carouse in what passes out here for civilization. They are doing their very best to ignore you. One woman, however, is quietly watching you. She has all sorts of knives on her person, signaling the drunks to keep away. She pats the seat next to her. You are one person she is willing to talk to. Welcome to Rukai Haven. Give me a moment, please. I'm eager to be next to fame and power. I am Trader Medina, stone trader and merchant of the Low Daga. I'd like to do some business. I am the wrong woman to talk to. I sell buildings. The Low Dagans will travel anywhere to make a proper tower or hall. Out of good, solid stone, not rotting wood. You need a lot, though probably not much new building in 2 years. Of course, that's not what we should be selling. Do you get a lot of orders out here in the forest? Yes, all the strongest clans know that stone is the best defense. They all want one proper tower to protect them from raiders. What should you be selling? Walls. What keeps a clan, a fort, a city safest? A proper Dagon stone wall. Not a ruin, a real wall. But Haven forbids it. Not since the Great Uprising can we build walls for our people. Do you think it's unjust? Now she pauses and thinks. Only for a moment, but you're too savvy to miss it. It is entirely just. Losing our walls is a tribute we need to make to get the benefits of vassalage. Why do we need walls when Haven protects us? I think that you are lying. I think the law is unjust. You rebelled once and you will again. The law stays. I think that you are lying. I have done nothing to earn your insults. Let's not talk about this. I have another question. You sit with Trader Medina in the low, smoky hall. Everyone else in the inn makes sure to give you a lot of distance. What do people here think of the Lodagans? Not much. There's a lot of history between the provinces. They are nice enough, though. They want stone halls. They also find me a curiosity. How so? Dagan women like me must travel if we want an interesting life. Traders, erudico, those are the usual paths. She does not elaborate. I have another question. Do you trade in stone? I could use some. To get lots of good stone, you will have to leave this wet hostile place and go to the bright sunny hills of the Low Daga. I do have wealth, though I have a bounty to pay. Thieves attacked one of my clan's caravans. We require vengeance. Brigand raiders? Tell me more. One of our caravans was taking fine marble to the Archaean. Thieves lured them off the road not far from the Archaean border. They were never seen again. We found their wagons full of bits of marble, then we found their bones. Kill the robbers and my clan will pay you well. Who are these brigands? We don't know. They live in the woods east of Archaean border. Rogues don't usually last long in the mad forest of the Kranas. How might I find them? Go southwest to the border, stay on the road, stay visible, look wealthy. I don't think you'll have long to wait before they find you. I have another question. Okay, that's it. You have a new quest. Town person. Okay, but nobody... nobody running the inn. There is the barracks. Stalker Alim. Ssilyn has a small garrison of soldiers here to keep order in the town. It isn't surprising, pretty normal for the Empire. You meet their leader. He doesn't look like he's from the Kranas. He's taller and thinner, and his face bears the mask of a lifetime of icy wind. When you approach, he gives you a brief nod. Welcome, Haven. I'm Stalker Elim. I command the warriors in this tower for a short time. Do you need assistance? I would like some information. As he talks, he concentrates on sharpening all of the odd little sharp spikes and blades on his scourge. Don't have much to give. This is the garrison of Ssilyn. We keep the peace. I'd like to know more about the Kranas. I don't know how much more than you. Not from here. Lots of people in town eager to talk to you. I'm sure they will feel your ear. Have any troubles lately? Nothing but trouble now. The forests of the Kranas, they are acting out, sending monsters everywhere. It's calmer now. Good thing. We are less tense. What is the purpose of this garrison? We keep the peace. Lots of visitors from the clans. Not all clans have love between them. They come to drink. They come to fight. My soldiers make sure the fights don't get too out of control. Any worries about the outside invasion? None. No clan would dare bring a battle to Ssilyn. They all need this place. I have another question. Stalker Elim sharpens his scourge as he talks to you. It is a strange weapon. It's like a scythe, but covered with vicious little razors and spikes. It's not practical for war, but it's very intimidating. Anything else? Where are you from? I was brought from the High Letha. The Raza doesn't want to have soldiers always lurking here, but Haven forces it. They have to get outsiders. Haven forces you to have this tower? Part of the law for vassals. Every town has to have soldiers stationed to keep order, no matter how good we are at doing it on our own. Makes sense, I guess. It's more to protect Haven and its trade than to protect us, but it's not a terrible idea. Why do outsiders have to run these garrisons? Because if they picked locals, they'd have to pick from the clans. Then the other clans would get angry and cry favoritism. Then there's anger and fighting. Much better to have an outsider. I don't care about Kranas clans, only peace. I have another question. Any bounties I should know about? Stalker Elim is genuinely surprised that you asked. I didn't think Haven would fight for us. Certainly don't think a prince of Haven will fight against a Heavenite for us. But since you asked, there is a major road near us connecting the Rokai to the Akemin. There was a tower on it. The row held it. We inspected travelers and collected tolls. It was taken by brigands last year and they harass and extort travelers. If things were running properly, they would be removed. Where's this road? The Akemin road is southwest from here. Once you are on the road, the brigands won't let you miss the tower. Who are the Akemin? They are the vassal to the west, a small forgotten land like us. Once we raided them, now that we are both held by Haven, there's only peace and trade. Our young can't practice the arts of stealth and war on them. We can exact tolls though, or we could until brigands took the tower. That's all for now, thanks. You have a new quest? Alright. He will not do that quest for now, though. Okay, nothing here. And the next building. Ssilyn Guard. Okay. Before we go to that building, let's talk to the druids. Ssilyn has more trees and flowers in it than most vassal cities you have visited. It's what you would expect from the Kranas woods. There's even a nice little grove tucked away in this corner of the town. An old druid of the Kranas tends to it, caring for the garden and gathering herbs. When you enter, you get a warm welcome. Welcome to my little grove, visitor. I'm Druid Mirana, one of many honored to speak with your forests. I wanted to see you very badly. Tell me about your order. We are druids. I know enough of the world to know that your empire has many like us. When lands become infused with powerful magic, they draw people like me. People who feel it, tap into it, and who care. In a forest like this, we are necessary. The groves gives to us, we give back, and the druids guide the process. Why are druids necessary? There's a great power in this forest. It protects and sustains us. However, it is wild power. It needs to be tended to. We must be gardeners of magic. We look after the sacred groves. We prune away the sick and harmful, and we encourage the good. What do you give the groves? We tend to them, we protect them, we feed them. They are powerful and fragile, wise and wild. Sometimes we need to protect them. We have great rage for those who would harm them. What do the groves give you? So many things. They share enchanted sap and amber with us. These are very valuable. They control the forests. When we are raided or invaded, the groves confuse and swallow up our attackers. Those are not even the most important things though. What is most important? The forest gives us our identity. It makes us unique. We are the forest people. That is part of our deep truth. But it is not secret. We are one with our land. I have another question. You sit with Druid Mirama as he grinds up aromatic herbs and puts them in little jars. I get many visitors in this little grove. They come for plants or for peace. A few come as important as you, of course. Tell me about your order. We are Druids. I know enough of the world to know that your empire... Okay, let me read that. Yeah. Why is there a grove in town? A true, fortunate row of the Kordanors lives out in the woods. The forest makes free spaces for us and we live there. Some of us, alas, have the misfortune of needing to live in a town. This is my fate. I would not be here if I could choose. Where would you choose to be? The place for a druid out in the forest, walking the groves, sleeping under the trees, out in the wilds. But that is hard. It wears you down and I am old. Someday I will be blessed. Someday I will have a peaceful end. What is the end? The groves make us what we are. One day soon, I will be returned to them. I have another question. Why did you want to see me so much? I know that what happens in Ssilyn better than most. I know that our groves are angry and that our Raza must find someone to calm them. The groves are angry at the druids. We haven't protected them from Haven. If you go to our groves, I need to ask you to treat them with care and mercy. It is a dangerous time. Care and mercy? The groves must be calmed. The druids have lost control of them. If you are part of the effort, I ask that the groves not to be burned or looted. Prune away the bad, but leave the groves to live and protect us. I give you this request very humbly. If you can calm our groves without damaging them, I think I can help Haven's cause. What groves are you talking about? Watchfire Grove to the south, Deep Grove to the north. If you talk to our Raza, I think you will learn about them soon. Okay, I should note them down. Watch. So I'm noting that on the other screen. Watchfire Grove. Deep Grove. Need to be calmed without harmed. Okay. I don't know how to calm the groves. We don't either. If we did, we would have done it. The groves want to see you, want to see the outsider. I think they will make it clear what they want if you go there. But if I have to fight to calm the groves? Branches must be pruned, rot must be cut out. You can remove the plants that are infected with hate, like the rootlings. Leave the parts of the groves that love us intact. Why would I be tempted to raise the groves? There's treasure in the groves. I won't hide it. You will hear about it soon enough. Old offerings and precious amber. Your governor has taken wealth from more than one of our groves. This was noticed by our people. What is my reward for helping you? I am not rich. I only have flowers. However, the people of the Kordanors listen to their druids. If you want to prevent any uprising, our words can help. I have another question. Okay, that's it. And we have another quest. Let's have a look at that quest. That's the Kordanors Woods. Met Chef Teresa is the chamber. Some monsters have been invaded. That's the Walk Woods. Okay. Burning the groves. Matthias, the Heavenite Merchant and Trader in Fort Grove too. Watchfire Grove and Deep Grove. So he wants to burn them down and he wants to basically rescue them. So we have two options for these. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's go into this building, a governor's hall. Ah no, this is like the Heavenite hall, so I'm not going in there just yet. A song, a song! Let's talk to Satu. Not all of the row are angry warriors, angry farmers or angry traders, as is the case everywhere. There is a fair share of soothsayers, hobos and general lunatics. One of these is following you right now. He is wiry, dirty and not warmly dressed. He follows you closely. I am Satu, Satu the truth teller. Care for a song? How are you? I said I am Satu. Well, who are you? I said I am Satu. I sing my little song of truth for my meat, and I will sing out loud until the roots wrap around my bones. Do you need anything? Only coins and a change to sing pillar to the world. I would like a song. Then I need 2 coins, 2 little coins, and I will pour the elixir of madness into your ear. Get away from me, vermin, or you will regret it. Fine, pay 2 coins. Thank you. Rock at the foundation of the world. Now listen, listen to my song. His song is a string of nonsense syllables. Maybe they make sense to him, maybe it is just babble. However, one bit of it is recognizable as lyrics. The lady over us with all the gold, she gives our land for others to hold. The groves, they are cold. Then a song finished. He merrily skips away. You lose 2 coins. Alright, that's okay. Kordanor's warrior. And again, not yours. Not yours. Got. And there is a smithy, and we will likely get another quest for a deposit, a plot. We can't. Okay. Shohor. Shore? Whatever. Not surprisingly, Ssilyn has a successful trading post. Travelers from the clans are constantly coming in from the deep woods to trade gossip and get supplies. The merchant behind the counter is definitely from the Kordanor. He has the look and the garb, although this one is wealthier and better fed than most you see. Welcome, Haven. I'm honored to have you in my humble shop. I'm Trader Shore. If you want to trade, I have goods for all needs. I'd like to know more about the Kordanor's woods. Shore laughs. I spend too much time in town to know much. I'm a humble merchant. I don't discuss great matters of state. My clan is only interested in peace and helping all the other clans. Who should I talk to? I know that our Raza wants to give you the honor of an audience. That is who a mighty prince should talk to. What does your clan do? We are traders and miners. We live in the settled, quiet forest. The deep groves are not for us, I am afraid. Not for us, I'm afraid. We hold the Askama mines, a prosperous stretch of hill. You know the cunning glint in his eye, but only for a moment. Alas, we have been having serious problems. Who expected that? You have having problems? Tell me more. As you may know, the groves are active. They are angry. They are punishing us for wrong deeds done. My clan is blameless, but we are still afflicted. We have lost the ability to work the Askama mines. Slimes afflict us. We have offered a valuable bounty to any who can help us. No takers yet. Where are the Askama mines? Take the road south from Ssilyn and watch for signs. What do the slimes do? They ooze out of the earth. Anytime you stand on bare dirt, there is a chance that puddle of hissing, burning goo will appear under your feet. Make it hard to keep useful workers or shoes. Why do you think the slimes appeared? The anger of the groves. I can think of no other reason. If you travel there, you could learn more. If you could help us, I would make sure that quality iron is sent to your forts. I have another question. Trader Sohora says, is there any way I can help you, Haven? The other customers are always watching you suspiciously out of the corners of their eyes. What sort of goods do you sell? Alright. A bracken leather, amber pole shards, battle healer rune. Okay, battle magic. Not sure what battle magic is. Okay, I like to sell something. Select the item you want to sell. Well, right now we don't really have much, but we can. This is all I need. Then I wish you safe travels. Enjoy the Rukai. Okay. We got a potion before, so yeah. We should put that on the bar here. Alright. Let's put the heal in here and shift everything. Alright, so this one was closed, right? Yes, alright. And there's a little shed thing or something. Townsperson, we can open that, but we shouldn't loot it. Alright, next one. Same thing. Yes, we can't talk to that person either. Alright. Townsperson. Prepare the surgery. Healer Daula. Ssilyn has a large and busy sick house. All of the ill and wounded for many miles around are brought here. Despite the illness and the decay, this place is kept clean, scrubbed and fresh smelling. The head healer is slightly confused about why you are here. She rushes over and gives you a hasty greeting. We did not expect the Haven Envoy to come to our humble tower. I'm sorry, you are not prepared. I am Healer Daula. Welcome. You are a healer. I have humble skills in that art. I'm not a druid or wizard. We don't heal with incantations. We use medicine, bandages, skill, patience, and the gifts of the wood. You don't use magic? Healing magic is very powerful when used on recent wounds and an otherwise healthy body. For deeper illness, magic does not good. This is true where it otherwise your mother would not be trapped in a bed and nobody would ever die. You say gifts of the wood? Even when our forest is lashing out like now, it still loves us. It provides all the herbs we could want to heal our sicknesses and ease our pain until we come to the end. I have magic, can I help you? She looks around and actually gives the serious thought. Then she says, thank you, but no. Why can't I help? We have nobody here who have the sort of injuries magic would ease. If there were, we would have already asked Druid Mirama for aid. He is pretty tireless for an old man. His grove is in the opposite corner of town. Then she pauses. Actually, I know this is unwise, I should note, but yes, there is a way you can help. Perhaps we can discuss it at some point. I have another question. Talking to Healer Daula is a slow process. She's constantly running off to tend to her potions. She has a remarkable variety of healing herbs and potions. The forest provides well. Who do you treat here? All who come. The Raza gives us healers, land, food and support. In return, we care for all who come to us, free of charge. You don't charge money? No, we accept donations. People give what they can. However, we help all clans freely and equally. This plot of land must only know peace. We will even help the Dagon Raider if he survives long enough to reach my door. That seems very gentle of the Rukai. That is because you don't understand us. These mountains are harsh. The essence of raw life is working together. If there was never a place for peace and safety, we would all have died long ago. But if someone can't be treated? Now Daula is uncomfortable. The Rukai has many practices, many ways to respond when one is no longer able to contribute to our survival. The Kranas has rights for them for the infirm, but they are private. I have another question. You said that there's a way I can help you. We don't treat blade wounds usually, but we do treat disease. There's a source of sickness near us. It needs to be purified, but none of the Kranas will go there. It is Mist Glen. Tell me about Mist Glen. It is to the west. Once it was a sacred grove, a beautiful place where the fog would envelop you and, never mind, it was corrupted and sacked. It is a dark place now. This started after outsiders attempted to settle it. Now it infects all who come close. It needs to be purged. How was the glen lost? There were rich iron veins near it. We of the Kranas were wise enough to leave them alone, and Governor Yvette took the opportunity to exploit them. Then the grove died. Who went to settle it? Outsiders from the gentle coast. They thought it was beautiful and rich land. They weren't wise enough to stay away, and their presence angers the land. How can I cure the glen? Something there is something there's creating foul vapors and spraying them into the air. Maybe it is too large to destroy. If not, that is what to look for. I may need a reward. That is Governor Yvette's way, yes. I can't offer anything beyond the treasures you find, so, but I can also spread the tale. The people of the Kordanor's woods will appreciate your help. That's all for now. Thanks. New quest. Too much sickness. Alright. This looks more like a torture chamber. And with that, we had a look around and only need like the main buildings, which probably have still a lot of talking left. Yep. So here we have 2 NPCs to talk to. This wooden hall is centuries old. It is the meeting hall of the Raza of the Kordanor's woods. Honestly, it is too small for the size and wealth of this province. A bit humble for such an important vassal of Haven, not that they would ever consider changing it. The Raza sits at the head table, watched over by guards. In the row, assassination is always a possibility. He is an old man, and his post has not shielded him from hard life out here. He rises and smiles, waving you forward. The prince, the diplomat, I am Raza, come. Come and sit, have some tea. I know you're busy, and we have business. Yeah, 1 second. What's that? Reading a book. A treaty of vassalage between Haven and the Rokai. Yeah, okay, I think we already saw that. A chest, which is probably just stealing, which we don't do. Bolt of silk. Guard. Spices. And this is... we have another thing to read. Thanking the groves. The groves of the Kordanors shelter us. They bring us safety. They bring us purpose. They bring us life. Their fruit make us strong. Their roots trip and choke the invader. It is always right to thank the grove. We thank them by leaving them be. We earn our living only from dumb and dead wood and from digging away from the groves. We thank them by protecting them from invaders, even with our lives. We thank them with ourselves, as we feed from them. When the end comes, they feed from us. Then we live forever in the groves. Alright. And what's in there? Nothing. Alright, so let's talk to Rabila. You meet a new picture. You meet a young muscular warrior of the row. He has spent his life as a wanderer of the woods. It doesn't look like he bothered to change his jogging before he came to the meeting hall. He gives you a quick practice look up and down, unconsciously sizing you up as a fighter. Then he remembers who he is and where he is. I am where he is. I am Rabila. I am an assistant to the Raza. What is your job here? I am the assistant to Raza. Come, I do things, make tea, look after records. He points at a hopeless jumble of stained papers on the table. Work on matters of justice. There's much to do. With the woods so dangerous. What sort of records do the row keep? The question annoys him slightly. Haven has forgotten we are still a vassal. We are part of your empire. Your symbol is a scroll, isn't it? Letters and laws and papers keep us together. We are row, but we can read. Matters of justice? The Rokai still has its share of crime. Theft, public drunkenness, raids, honor duels, honor stabbings, honor burnings. I judge a case is not important enough for comes time. How are the woods dangerous? We have angered the groves. We grew too greedy. We expanded too much. The groves are angry, so the people are angry. And why are the people so angry? You ask why the people of the Kordanors care about their trees? You could talk to Raza. Come, he will tell you all you must know. I have another question. Rabila still at work in the meeting hall, or he's still a hunter and woodsman, ill at ease indoors, but someone wanted him here for a reason. What is your job here? I'm the assistant to Raza and do things. Okay. I want to know more about the Kordanors. Then you should talk to Raza. Come, he has been waiting for you to come for a long time. Excuse me. Alright, let's talk to Raza. Come then. The Raza sits alone in the west end of the hall, but there are plenty of chains for you to circle around him. chairs, not chains. You recognize the calm authority of a competent leader. He has survived in this role for many years, far longer than usual. He does you the honor of pouring your tea himself. I am honored by this diplomatic visit. It has been a long time, a long time. I'm Raza Kam. For over 30 years I had the honor of guiding the Kranas as it followed its path. I'm Prince Kordanor of Haven. I was sent by Queen Sharon to hear your petition. I'm Prince Kordanor of Haven. I'm honored to be received by you, Raza Kam. No, I'm here. Let's get it over with. I'm honored. Raza Kam is pleased by your courtesy. The honor is mine, Prince. Haven is a great power, and yet it sees us worthy to have full royalty grace this humble old hall. I have a question, if I might be allowed, of course. It might not seem like it, but most of the Rukai value the protection and trade Haven provides greatly. I have spent my life trying to deal with you and keep the peace, though you have looked away from us for a long time. But that has changed. You are back. You have had time to see a little of our land. What do you think of it? This is the homeland of my father, and I'm very pleased to return to it. It is good to visit the Rukai. It's a long overdue. It was a very nice visit up until you tried to kill me. It is just another backwater in which I do errands for my mother. This is the homeland of my father, and I'm very pleased to return to it. And we are very pleased that you have returned, young prince. Haven had been absent from the row for a long time. I am pleased to have your attention again. Now, at last, we can come to business. And that is, when a diplomat of Haven comes to Rukai, it is tradition that you go to the Razas and hear our petitions. You find out what is wrong, what we need. Then you help us. That is what Haven brings to our alliance. I'm eager. I know these petitions are usually formalities. Yes, usually. We are your vassal. You are large and we are small. That means we sometimes need to call on your strength. What is your petition? The Kranas Woods are angry. We can't calm them. We need you. What? The magic and majesty of our forest comes from a number of sacred groves. Some of those have died over the last 20 years. The rest are angry. Hostile spirits have settled in them, and our druids have not been able to calm them. They are angry because of Haven, so Haven must go and pacify them. That is our petition. I'm not sure how this is Haven's responsibility. I wouldn't know how to proceed. Don't worry, I've spent many long hours consulting with our druids, and I know how to guide you. You may come to me for guidance. This is a great opportunity for Haven to show it truly cares about its vassal. Lucky you. It's a fair petition. I will make sure that it is done. We got an achievement. Kranas a petition. Alright. We are so very grateful. I am ready to give instructions immediately. I believe that it will only take a little bit of traveling and a modest show of force. I am sorry to make such a bold demand, Prince. However, it is entirely necessary. If the groves turn on Haven, our people are sure to follow. I want to discuss your petition. Of course, the calming of the groves, a hard necessary task. If our forest rejects Haven, the people are sure to follow. I know that the power of Haven will be adequate to the task. I will try to heal your forest. Then let us get to work. I can tell you what the problem is and where you can go to soothe the rage of the woods. What exactly is going wrong with the Kranas Woods? The magic of our forest sustains and feeds and protects us. The hearts of that magic are the sacred groves. Well, what few of the groves remain now. Now nature is attacking us. How is nature attacking you? The trees are growing faster, trying to overwhelm our farms and clan houses. The beasts that normally stay in deep woods are emerging. It is dangerous for even our stalkers and druids to walk off the paths. Worst of all, there is a new presence. The rootlings, walking trees, mindless and violent. They grow out of the ground and attack us. We have never seen them before. They are deadly and, it shames me to admit it, but many are frightened. Your people are being attacked by the forest, even though you worship it? We are being attacked because we worship it. The forest knows that only the roar of the Kranas will protect us. The attacks are how it says that it needs our protection. Why do you think Haven is responsible? How can I possibly come? Have Haven soldiers helped you? We have sent many messages to Governor Yvette. She listens and says nice things, but she has her own goals. Explain. There's much wealth in the Kordanor's woods, and Governor Yvette wants as much of it for her family and her as possible. The amber from the groves is very valuable. The land under them is as well. Yvette has taken them, killing groves. She will do more if allowed. How can I possibly calm down a tree? The trees in the sacred groves are not mindless. They can communicate with us in their ways. You can go there and confront them. Force may be necessary. We are dealing with nature after all. The important thing is to leave the groves alive. My people will be very angry if more groves die. Okay, why do you think Haven is responsible? The forest loves us while we are gentle with it. We don't cut down the thinking trees. We live in the groves. The forest makes available for us. We earn our livings by digging out the dirt and rock. Your governor does not agree with this. She has helped outsiders expand into our forests, more farms, more mines. Haven settlers have even moved into 2 sacred groves that died. The forest is reacting. Let's talk about something else. Yes, information is useful, but it's time to act. How do I begin to pacify the groves? We should start close to home. There are 2 sacred groves, ancient beyond memory, that are communicating with us. They are sending their rage in form of unnatural attackers. They are Watchfire Grove, yeah, and Deep Grove. Okay, these are the 2 I already noted down. They are not far away. Convince them to stop attacking us, but not exploit them. Tell me about Watchfire Grove. How do I calm down a grove? Our groves are ancient and wise, but they are simple. To truly pacify them, you must get Haven to stop attacking our forest right now. What we need is for them to stop hurting us. When you get there, the groves will communicate with you in their own ways. You must convince them to stop assaulting us. Some force may be required. We love the plants, but sometimes you have to prune them. Tell me about Watchfire Grove. It is to the south. It is the angriest and most unstable of the groves. Our druids had to place enchanted fires in it. They calm its spirits without damaging it. Of late, however, it has been enraging serpents and other beasts that come too close to it. Its influence needs to be pruned. Tell me about Deep Grove. It is a mysterious grove to the northwest, set back in a deep valley. Very few druids are allowed deep within it, and they don't talk about the experience. Now rootlings are coming out of it. They strangle our trade and our people. There's a rot in there, and it needs to be cut out. We love the trees, but we will not tolerate them sending horrors. What do you mean by not exploiting a grove? The groves are treasure, not just for the magic they protect, but for the magical ingredients that can be found within. Amber enchanted sap. Old treasures left by ages past. These can tempt raiders, but the Kordanors will not tolerate looting of the groves. I have another question. Raza comes, sits and chats with you sometimes. He asks about Haven or tells you about the beautiful sights of the Kordanor's woods. Eventually, he always steers the conversation back to business. Alright, I want to discuss your petition. I would like to know more about the Kordanor's woods. Of course, our land must seem very strange to you. We are just people, and we don't raid the other provinces. We only wish to live and work in peace in our forest. You never raid the other provinces? Well, we never raid them first. We only raid the other provinces as retribution or for raids they have done against us in the past. Unfortunately, there's always a past raid. Still, we are always just and in the right, of course. How did your groves get their power? We don't know. There are simply parts of the world that are full of magical energy. Sometimes it changes animals. Sometimes plants. In the Kordanors, this energy is settled in our trees. We know that similar places exist in other parts of Haven. We truly wish we could visit them. What do you think of Haven? Many of the Row have come to doubt Haven over the years. I never did. Our relationship is difficult now, yes, but our power and wealth and protection are good for the Row. I have believed that ever since I saw Queen Sharon. This has been a more difficult belief to have of late. Many think you exploit us when you think Governor Yvette is to blame. You saw Queen Sharon? Yes, she came to the Row when she was young. That is, when she met Darmel of the Low Dagger, your father. She was here, in Ssilyn. I saw her parade through our little town. I was in awe. It shaped my life. Tell me about Governor Yvette. I think I will regret criticizing Haven, but you must know, Yvette came here seeing the Kordanor's woods as a source of wealth. That is all she wants from us, to loot and to leave. If you want to know more, don't ask me, ask Council Evelyn. You can find him in Haven's Hall. How do you think we exploit you? To exist in our forest, we have to be humble. We take the lands, the woods open up to us, we farm and mine in ways that don't hurt the woods. In return, the woods confuse our foes and give us nourishment and magic. We have to resist greed. Haven has not. You have worked lands and shouldn't have. Well, you have worked lands you shouldn't have, and your soldiers have beaten those who protested. I do not share the anger of my people, but I understand it. Raza Kam is strangely straightforward for a row. Must be Haven's influence. I have another question. Okay. You are the Raza of Kordanor's Woods. I am. I serve as a local king, I think, is how you think of me. I try to be a leader of the row. It is a delicate dance. How do you become a Raza? It is a long story. There was a lot of debate, arguments among the clans, alliances and betrayals, a few killings at last. I was able to convince them that I could bridge the gap between Haven and the Groves. This has not really happened. Before I die, I need to show this is still possible. How long have you been, Raza? 20 years. I began seeking the post in earnest after your mother came to us. I had seen the Might of Haven. What does the Raza do exactly? I lead, sometimes by force, but usually by wisdom and example. Our clans insist on managing their own affairs, but I need to settle disputes between them and push them to not anger the forest. I also speak for the Kordanor's Woods when dealing with other provinces. If there is a major dispute, I speak for us in the High Letha. A delicate dance? Tell me more. The Row do not like to be ruled. Sometimes they see me as another conqueror from outside, another tyrant. I must show that my deep truth is as honorable and strong as theirs. And yet, he sighs, there is so much I must please Heaven, I must please the High Letha, and my people, and the Geldnas. You must please Haven. You must please the High Letha, you must please your people, you must please the Geldnas. When a Raza grows too old and weak, or wanders too far from the truth of the Rukai, the Geldnas are there, the assassins. They will not let a leader betray the truth of the Row for long. I think these are bad for business for my empire, so I should probably kill them. Happily, I have been spared their wrath for decades. They know I only fight for the good of our people. And of course, it's a bad thing to just kill everyone who's not sharing like whatever they want to do. I mean, if they are very like backward thinking and they want to develop further or anything like that, and they just kill everyone off, there's no chance of renewal unless I don't know what the Geldnas really are. I mean, if they are changing as well, then maybe that works, but I see that as like the Pope or so. Yeah, I think if in real life the Pope would do like government, it would probably well, maybe depends on the Pope. I mean, there are also different ones, but it's probably not the best idea. Anyways, you must please your people. Yes, they do not understand all the forces that tug at me, all the dangers I must deal with. They want what they want and do what they will do. They are Row. Like when they try to kill you. For example, I love my people, but I also often want to strangle them. You must please Haven. Of course, we are your vassal, you are our masters. If you want something, it won't be resisted. You have the power to force us to do anything, and you have shown that you aren't shy about using it. The shattered walls of our city tell the story. You must please the High Letha. The High Letha on the peak of a mountain are the final judges of disputes. They keep the deep truth of our entire people, and they are probably also not the best idea. If they speak against a Raza, things soon become ugly. That's all for now. Yeah. I will be here when you need me. Here at last. You are an honored guest. And Kranos grows. Let's talk to this guy again. I want to know more about the Kranos. Okay, so nothing new. Let's get out of that. And also do some talking here. And probably there's also an assistant again. You enter the governor's hall, where Haven makes its wishes to its vassal known. It's old wood and worn down by the centuries, like all buildings in Ssilyn. But inside it is different. It is fancy. The rugs are new, the changings on the wall expensive, fine wine is shipped in, fancy low dagger stonework is everywhere. Your royal training tells you that you are seeing what you're seeing. The governor here is growing very wealthy from control of the Granor's woods and wants to show it. I guess they are all pretty bad. And this is kind of an issue with the game in general. I mean, you all can already see that the game, as Queen's Wish 2, is sharing so much of a pattern. Like, okay, you have the starting zone, then you go into the 3 different ones, then there's a gate in each of one, or not this time. Yeah, well, there's a gate. And there's probably another gate, and there's this tower, and probably there's also something blocking that, pretty sure of that. And yeah, that's a very, and then you go to the city, and every city has like these all the quests are just conquer these zones, and of course all the governors are bad, and yeah, it's not very very convincing because it's so artificial. And there's Abelin, and yeah, we should talk to him or her. The workings of the row. If a row's mind is a mountain, working is its harsh, rocky, wooded slopes. Survival is in the Rokai is difficult, even in times of peace. The mountains are jagged and cold, food doesn't grow well, hostile beasts are common. To be row is to have a single-minded desire to live. Techniques to survive are passed down from generation to generation. These lessons populate the realms of working, and they change only very rarely. The ways of working are only rarely improved by the gentler ways of knowing. The harshness of the land leaves the row afraid of change, since an error can easily result in a disaster. The ways of working are only rarely changed by one's deep truth. The row are a hard people, and they only indulge in morality when it is safe to do so. No matter how studious, thoughtful, or peaceful the row may seem, they are constantly alert. Doom may come at any moment. And there is something to loot. Okay, we can't take, or we shouldn't take it. Okay, let's talk to Abelin. The lower level of Haven's Hall is opulent and expensive, and the upper floor is more of the same. A lone soldier sitting and working at the table here. Maps and ledgers are piled on the table in front of him. His arms and armor piled on the floor by his feet. He is a young man, serious and efficient. When he sees who you are, he leaps to his feet. A Prince of Haven, I am Abelin, Council of the Governor. It is very, very good to see you here. He bows to you. It is a long bow, awkwardly so. He doesn't straighten up. Alright, stand up, bow back. Bow back. The moment you start to bow, Abelin startles, straightens up again. I'm sorry for the display, Prince. My manners are off. I have been isolated out here, waiting for support. The situation here is very difficult. I have been trying to get someone to pay attention, but I'm sorry, I must be polite. Easy to forget. Please sit and have some tea. What is a council? I am the assistant to Governor Yvette. All governors are supposed to have one. It's a big job being governor, that is. Where are you from? I am a Havenite. I was born and raised in Dynania, the vassal to the east, born to Haven merchants in that land. I grew up foreign, but I am as loyal to the Empire as any. And what do you do for Yvette? Governors get councils to support them and give them advice. Of course, Yvette doesn't want my advice, and she doesn't trust me with anything important. So I stay up here and record what is happening. How did you get this position? Since I grew up in the next vassal over, when I joined the army, it was natural to send me back here. My superiors thought I had sense, so they sent me to Yvette. Her hall here is pretty isolated and they wanted her to have help. What did Yvette think of that? She was not pleased. She had picked members of her family to be here with her. Haven wanted to have someone independent watching her. I was sent, I gave my advice. She stuck me up here soon after that. He laughs. She probably doesn't remember that I'm here. I have another question. Consul Evelyn sits with you at the long table. You can see that he has been doing a lot of work. He has made comprehensive study of new settlements and monster attacks in the Kordanor's woods. The work is unfamiliar to a backwoods warrior like him, but he has taken to it with great energy. What is the status of our province here? Consul Evelyn is silent for a long moment. You gave him time to sort through whatever is happening in his head. Finally he says, Prince, I need your permission to speak frankly. Haven's affairs have been handled very badly here. However, I don't want to speak badly of the superior. You sound sort of insubordinate. I was actually planning to spend as little time as possible. I don't need more complications. I prefer you keep quiet. I give you permission to tell me the truth, no matter how difficult. That is very kind, but I know the punishment for speaking truth. Still, I will tell you the truth about Governor Yvette. Then I will face the consequences. You won't have to take my word for it. Wander around and learn more about what has been happening. Then talk to me. I can say so much. So you don't like Governor Yvette. What should I do? I'm sorry, Prince, but I don't know. I am not nobility. I am only a plain soldier, but I see what is happening. It is not good to have her here. And if the Queen doesn't want Yvette replaced, I would need to select someone to replace Yvette. That makes things even more difficult. There are no good candidates. Almost everyone here but me was selected by her, chosen from her family and her allies. I wish I could be more helpful. All I can do is say what has been happening and trust in the wisdom of the crown. And if the Queen doesn't want Yvette replaced, I would never question the Queen. I know you came here to get information, so I gave it. Another question. Okay, how are Haven's forts doing? You should see Fort Grove too, if you haven't already. We get supplies and money to maintain ourselves. Much of the money vanishes. Large portions of the supplies are sold. The fort decays. Where does all the money go? Governor Yvette collects it. It enters her halls. I don't know where it goes. And she gets very angry when I ask for someone to purchase weapons and such. He laughs. I wouldn't be surprised if she offers you a big bag of it. It certainly doesn't buy anything that would defend us here. Do we really need strong forts here? This is Rukai and the people are very angry. They won't show it, deep truth and all that. They'll be nice and smiley and friendly right until they stick a knife in. You really think that they are that angry? Yvette sold land to intruders from Gentle Coast and now the forest is making monsters to attack them. Yes, the Kordanos is very angry. Another question. Alright. Tell me the truth about Governor Yvette. She's corrupt. I want to say she's incompetent, but she's very skilled at what she wants to do, enriching herself and her family. Meanwhile, our colony here grows more unstable by the day. She takes bribes and infuriates the locals. If nothing is done, violence will result. Don't all of our governors take the occasional bribe? What sort of disaster awaits? I know it sounds strange, but this whole forest is magical. It thinks in a way. It looks after its people. It's not strong though. It can be killed if too many settlers come and chop down too much. If that happens, the people of the Kordanos will go mad. Don't all of our governors take the occasional bribe? I can't say, I'm young. I haven't served many. However, Yvette has sold too much to the Kordanos woods to the outsiders. It angers the forest and it angers the people. The row will lash out soon if things aren't calmed. That's all for now. Thanks. What? We got a new quest? Consul Abelin. Consul Abelin is the second command of Haven in the Kordanos woods. He has a lot of opinions about Governor Yvette and he wants to influence your decision about what to do about her. He asked you to explore the Kordanos woods and learn what Governor Yvette has been doing. Then return to him and Ssilyn to earn more. No idea what I'm supposed to do in that case. I mean, we already visited the city. I mean, it's nice that we have a quest there, but... Alright, in any case, we have a quest and know that we need to return to this guy. And I guess I will also complete that by talking to her, and then next time we can finally go explore some stuff and do some fights again. I mean, that's took quite a time now to do all the stuff. We should probably pay Fort Grove 2 another visit, and probably the portal is glowing again because we now visited the city here. You meet the Haven's governor in the Kordanor's woods. You instantly recognize a born noble from your homeland. She comes from luxury and she doesn't want to lose it. Her clothes, her makeup, her hair, her surroundings. She has made a tiny palace here in the deep woods. She rises and gives you a deep, slow, elegant bow. Prince Kordanor, I am so very honored to welcome you out to our humble home in the wilderness. I am Governor Yvette, honored to do the business of our family in the Rokai. I'm very pleased to meet you. I was looking forward to learning who has neglected their duties so badly. Let's get this done. I want to finish this mission quickly. Let's be nice for now. I'm very pleased to meet you. And are you? We have never met. My family always has me out in the Versailles gathering prosperity. I have a real skill for it, I'm afraid. Manners dictate a brief time to eat, drink, and for light chat. Eventually, Yvette says, I hope you will allow me to say a few words before a little bit of business. What do you have to say? A diplomatic mission to the Rokai is long overdue, and it thrills me that our queen found us worthy to send a prince. I know you are busy, so I will do my very best to settle affairs with you quickly. I'm willing to give you a quick summary of our position here. That is your duty, isn't it? You answer to me. I appreciate your efficiency. Anything as long as you're brief. That is your duty, isn't it? Answer to me. That knocks her off balance. Well, I suppose I do. In a sense, it is complicated. I promise I meant no offense. I only have one more formality before we discuss boring matters, and that is, the Ro are a great gift-giving people. It is a custom I have taken up myself. She waves her hands. You know that several Kordanor's women act as her servants as she speaks. They bring in heavy leather satchel. Haven has been very successful here. The gold in that satchel is but a token, an expression of gratitude for the honor you have shown us. We are honored to give it to you. If you choose to keep me as governor, I can provide much more. My family and yours have long helped each other. What use do I have for wealth? This seems like a bribe. Yvette's smile freezes on her face. It is a minor sign of respect, according to the customs of this land. No offense was intended. It can be taken away in a moment. What use do I have for wealth? Well, the Queen's thrift is well known. She could have given you so much better equipment and such for your mission here, but she likes to force self-reliance. Maybe this gold can go to buy the equipment you need to better Haven's business, or maybe just for a few minor luxuries. Put your money away. Yeah, we're not accepting that. Governor Yvette's nods slowly. Your modesty is most admirable. Her servants swiftly carry the bag away. I understand you're so much better now. Now we can discuss the Kordanors. I assure you I will make it easy for you to approve me with a clear conscience. How did you receive the post? My family is one of Haven's oldest and most influential. We are dedicated to our empire and we do all we can to increase its power. Our children are brought up to serve Haven. We receive the finest education and the finest breeding. And we learn the secrets of leadership from an early age. Fine breeding. She raises a chalice of wine and slips delicately from it. Haven is not just business and power, it is an ideal, art, culture, sophistication, taking the best of every part of the world and carrying it to all others as a gift. You have surely noted that my hall here is very expensive. It is not luxury. It gives the Rokai an ideal to aspire to. Alas, these woodfolk are not as receptive as the gentle coast. Fine education. Our symbol is a scroll. Is it not? We learn history, politics, geography, magic when we have aptitude. I do not, alas. Before I came here, I knew everything about the Ro. It was impossible to know without actually being here. 1 second. Alright. Efficient leadership. Yes, it is difficult and expensive for Haven to protect the Rukai. Our partnership has to bring benefits to all. Haven needs to get something out of it. The people of the Kordanos, brave and strong as they are, just don't get this. So, when necessary, our guards must encourage them. What benefits do you bring to Haven? The Kordanos woods contains valuable resources. The iron is very, very good. Their grooves provide herbs, sap and amber that are very useful in alchemy and are woefully undergathered. There is a lot of money here, and I am the first governor in a century to realize it. I am bringing great wealth to a lot of people, including your family. What do the Kordanos woods think of your encouragement? Encouragement. I admit things are tense sometimes. Foolish youths often took a look at our farms and our mines and our gatherers and seek targets. Happily, our soldiers here are fully trained, equipped and enthusiastic. Our guards not. They are helping me to bring to the Kordanos our message of sustainable exploitation. Sustainable exploitation? These woods are full of treasures. They can't be allowed to just sit here. They must be gathered. We are currently experimenting to find the correct rates so that we don't destroy the place. Perhaps we have been overly enthusiastic. We are correcting our errors. I have another question. Governor Yvette sits with you at this long table. She trades gossip about Haven Court and chats happily about affairs back home. Whatever your opinions of her, it is a brief welcome dose of home. The food and drink is expensive and excellent. Every so often, however, you are forced to step back from the luxury and discuss business. How did you receive this post? Tell me the situation in the Kordanos woods. Of course, matters in the Rukai are growing somewhat tense. They try to kill you, so it's not a surprise. Right now, the sacred groves of the Kordanos are acting up. Their white magic is acting against us. We are working to correct this. This has also caused some Kordanos warriors to engage in illegal disruptions. The Raza petitioned me to calm their groves. So I heard. A shocking breach of protocol, to be honest. I already assured Razakam I would find a way to calm things. I'm so offended that he bothered you with this mess. Of course, you will handle the situation with great wisdom and efficiency. How do you deal with disruptions? So many of our vassals have problems with roaming thugs and minor rebellions. Have no worry. My soldiers have no problem reminding the Kordanos who is the powerful party here. Are you afraid of retribution? Yes, that is why the Queen sent you to calm things. She knows what is happening here. She wants our work to continue, but she also wants you to calm things a bit. We all have great faith in you. Let's talk about the state of Haven's forces here. Of course, our soldiers are fine warriors, true representatives of Haven. Some of our forts might be growing a little worn, but nothing that can't be easily repaired. You seem more interested in getting wealth than representing Haven. Now Yvette is annoyed. I can do both. Lots of people are getting rich here. We pay plenty of the crown. To the crown. My family's support to your mother is even more important. You are in no position to judge me. When you decide whether to replace me, bear that in mind. I have another question. I want to talk... Was there anything else? Okay, I want to talk about something specific. Oh god. I'm here to help you learn more about the Kordanos woods. It is in a strange place and I know it very well. Some things you learn will be alien or shocking, but well, that is the Rukai. I have some ideas how to improve your rule. Yvette sighs. Of course you do. You may give me all your notes before you disappear and forget about us for 10 years. It doesn't matter and it's necessary. I do my job and that is all that matters. It might help me to allow you to remain governor. And what do you think your job is? My job is to keep the Kordanos peaceful and send Haven taxes. The Kordanos is peaceful, taxes are paid. If you have any ideas about what I can change to aid efficiency and improve the role to suit your tastes, do with them whatever you want. It seems routine to hand out bribes out here. Yvette laughs. It is easy to grow naive in the capital. Every vassal runs on bribes. The rule of law looks good on paper, but it is slow and awkward and very inefficient. Bribes lubricate our nation. They make things happen. Feel how you choose. It will never change. Council Evelyn has complained about your performance as governor. No, we will not say that. The Razor's petition for me is not a small task. No, it is a valuable one. The sooner the Kronos is calm, the sooner I can resume business. All the power of my family gains we share with your family. I have nothing else for now. Alright, please have a snack. I have them brought here from Haven. They are delicious. How did you tell me the situation in the Kronos? Well, I think that's it. How do you receive this post? That's all for now. Okay. So what happens if we say this? Did he now? I didn't think that he would dare. Still, it is important to get unvarnished advice from your underlings. Please don't worry about it. Queen Sharon likes me and my family. She doesn't know that Evelyn exists. I might help me allow to you remaining governor. It is your decision. You are the prince. Then your mother will listen to your decision and do whatever she wants. This has to go away from this playlist. We are both at the mercy too. So write down your clever ideas until time stops. It doesn't matter. And what do you think? Okay. No, let's load that again. We will not rat this guy out. I mean, we can try to talk to him now, and maybe that's enough already that we have seen the basics. I'm sorry, Prince, but I don't know. I'm not nobility. If the queen doesn't want to, I would need to select someone to replace. No, okay, there's nothing new here. Alright, so finally we talk to everyone in these four things here. So next up we will go back to our starting point and do some, well, we will first go to Fort Grove 2. Then we will visit a couple of, well, we will clear out the last remaining locations. There were a couple of things which I couldn't do yet, and do, yeah, some exploration, and I think there was some caravan which was too hard to do and stuff like that. And then we might need to go through the Tower of the Erudico. I'm not sure how strong they are, like the fight, how hard the fight will be. Otherwise we could also go and do a couple of these things and just to get additional level up, and then do that. But that's the plan for the next time then. For now, that's it. So we finally finished all the talks and I hope next time it will be a bit more more fighting, more action and so on. So please make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. New episodes every couple of days. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I so hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.